Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside, stolen, picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, it's the semifinal round of Sectional 51 as the South Central Satellites take on the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, our sports analyst, it's Chris McGowan. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. And we welcome you to John R. Nelson Gymnasium in beautiful Culver, Indiana, 46511. We are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for our 40th basketball broadcast of the season, we have seen the Satellites and Jays in action several times this year. We saw them face off back on December 13th in the launch pad with the Satellites 169-51. The Jays, though, have grown stronger since that time. So Chris and myself, we're expecting this to be a good one. When we look at the Satellites head coach, Matty Bush, I got to bring you in the right way, Chris. I got to introduce you. I'll get you in here just say, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right. It's okay.
I just like to have a grand entrance for you.
I'll sit here quietly. I'll mind my business.
When we look at the Satellites of South Central head coach, Matty Bush, he's in his third year as the man in charge. They started their season beating Wheeler at home 55-42. They follow that up with a tough loss to Hobart on the road 45-43 in a tight win. They then beat Trinity Greenlawn at home 60-38 before falling to a very good Couts team on the road 64-41. We saw them, like I said, beat the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays at home 69-51. They then beat Lakeland Christian 62-31. Then John Glenn 66-45. They fell to LaVille in holiday tournament action 60-51. They then beat South Newton 72-46. Victory College Prep 71-36. And then, like I said, Elkhart Christian 59-49 during that tournament. On January 6th, they beat rival Culver at home 68-35. Then Hebron on the road 53-52. Boone Grove 44-31. Jimtown 52-50. And Hebron again, this time in the opening round of the PCC tournament, 64-62 before falling to Couts, 56-37, ending their PCC tournament hopes. The Satellites beat Tri-Township 77-33, New Prairie 58-28, Morgan Township 63-53, and we saw them beat the Knox Redskins 56-35. They fell to Washington Township in a tight win 59-58. They beat Argus 55-39 and Westville 74-29 to end their regular season at 19-5. The Satellites started their sectional run against Elkhart Christian and won this past Wednesday 47-38. As the Satellites come into this matchup with 20 wins on the year, and they went 5-2, tied for second in Porter County Conference play. Leading the Satellites in the scoring department is the senior Jay Huerta, averaging 17 points per game. Right behind him is Brody Grass, averaging 10.4. Then rounding out the top three is Jack Haschel with 9.4 per game. Grass leads the team in rebounds, averaging 8.3 boards per game. He also leads the team in steals and blocks, averaging 1.8 snags and 2.2 rejections per game. Jack Haschel leads the team in assists with 5.3 dimes per game. This Satellite offense is averaging 58.2 points per game, and their defense is allowing 44.3. With us tonight, breaking things down in our...
There I am.
It's our sports analyst, Chris McGowan. Welcome to the semifinal round.
Yeah, thanks.
Now you can talk.
No, I can talk. I'm allowed to speak.
Yeah. What
He
was,
treats me well, Mom, I promise.
hey, at least I haven't given you the old fist.
Right.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah. All right. What are you going to ask me?
Yeah, so you want to go home? No,
No,
I'm kidding.
no.
Thoughts on the satellites? Wednesday, we kind of talked about it. The couple of rolled ankles there with Jay Huerta and Noah Howard. I've been told, I was talking to Danielle, their trainer in the hospitality room. She says they're good to go, but, that's something you kind of mentioned on the program.
Yeah, I think the key to the night for the South Central Satellites is going to come down to one word, ankles.
Yeah.
It's plural with Noah Howard and Jay Huerta. But, they came out, they took care of business on Wednesday night, defeated Elkhart Christian, a very good Elkhart Christian team that had a lot of experience in the postseason. I played in the regional last year at North Judson. So, again, kind of the same score from earlier on in the year, about 10-point victory there, 9-point victory on Wednesday. But, yeah, tonight's going to come down to whether or not Jay Huerta and Noah Howard are near 100%.
Well, and they are a really good team.
Yes.
And we saw Brody Grass on the inside. I mean, he is a force to be reckoned with. But, we saw some good play from the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. We'll talk about them momentarily. But from what we saw on Wednesday night, that's a completely different team than we saw back in December.
Than what we saw,
against
pretty
the
much,
Satellites.
Well, pretty much all year. They show glimpses of doing that. But Wednesday night, North Judson, just came out and played more consistent, both offensively and defensively. Still had lulls there where they didn't take care of the basketball, but for the most part, came out with a mission and took care of business Wednesday.
Well, we go ahead and turn the page and look at the Blue Jays of North Judson, Indiana. Head coach Caden Shepard is in his first official season as the man in charge. He, of course, is a Blue Jay alum and has been on the coaching staff for the Jays several years in a row. They started their year beating their cross-county rival, the Knox Redskins, at home 57-47. They then fell to River Forest on the road 60-53, then to Rochester at home 65-55. And like I said, Chris and I saw them in the launch pad of Union Mills as the Satellites beat them 69-51 on December 13th. We then saw them beat another one of their cross-county rivals in the Oregon Davis Bobcats 6 days later, 52-37, and the Bobcat did. On December 20th, the Jays fell to LaVille at home 66-65 in overtime. They then competed in a holiday tournament on January 2nd and 3rd, beating Churubusco in round 1, 39-38. They fell in round 2 to Frankton, 75-40, and then lost in the consolation round to Winchester, 49-46. They then lost to Griffith at home, 69-56, then to rival Winnemac, 56-19. They then fell to North Miami at home, 47-44, before beating Rensselaer Central, 64-45. We saw them fall to the Knox Redskins in a rematch game on January 24th, 40-33 was the final. They went on to beat Boone Grove 32-28. They dropped the next four, starting with Triton on the road, 51-31, Pioneer at home, 52-40, Lafayette Central Catholic, 57-55, and Casson on February 13th, 67-56. The Jays beat the Culver Cavaliers in double overtime, 64-60. They then beat Argus 60-38. They fell to Hebron 59-51, and then to Kankakee Valley 74-66 to end the Jays' regular season at 7-16. The Jays began their sectional run, avenging their loss to Culver, winning 63-36 this past Wednesday, as the Jays come into this evening winning 8 games on the year, and went 3-5 in HNAC play. Leading the Jays in the scoring department is Eli Radke, averaging 13.7 points per game. Right behind him is Christian Ingram, averaging 13.4, and rounding out the top three is Xander Nowak, averaging 9. Nowak also leads the team in rebounds, grabbing 7.4 boards per game. There are no stats listed for steals or assists, but we do know the point guard, Javen Christensen and Andrew Chambers, they do a lot in leading these Jays in those particular categories from the games we have seen. The Jays offense is averaging 49.7 points per game, and the defense is allowing 53.5. I'm guessing your thoughts on the Jays have changed after watching them Wednesday.
No, it still comes down to turnovers.
Yeah.
Taking care of the basketball. Tonight, I think the thing that impressed me the most on Wednesday night was how unselfish they were on the offensive end, making the extra pass. They had to have, I would say, the assist total was probably in the 20s, making the extra pass. So that surprised me the most, how well they improved playing the team game, being unselfish Wednesday night. The X factor for the Jays tonight is the fact the first time these two teams played, Eli Radke did not play.
Right.
And
that rib injury early on.
Right. And then Adrian Radke was regulated to a bunch of junior varsity minutes at that time of the season. So,
right.
The freshman, the big freshman for North Judson has stepped up, and he stepped up in a big way on Wednesday. Was our player of the game for that game. So, it's gonna be interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
It's gonna be a good matchup, that's for sure. So the X factor for North Judson is going to be Eli Radke because I think he matches up with Turkovich pretty well. And Turkovich was the X factor in the first game.
Yep, and then having Adrian Radke as well as Eli Radke to kind of go. I mean, they played well together when Adrian would get into the game.
Right.
But to go up against a Brody Grass isn't going to have it easy tonight. He's going to have to work hard.
Yeah, he's going to have to work hard. South Central definitely had the size advantage Wednesday night against Elkhart Christian. Not so much tonight.
Not so much tonight.
So, but again, they handled North Judson's physicality that first time around. So we'll see how that goes here tonight.
Well, we are expecting another great evening of IHSAA boys basketball semifinal sectional action. We certainly appreciate you joining us here on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Go ahead and taste that feeling. Grab a Coke. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Bob Nice, former Winnemac Warrior, and if you're looking for legal advice, call the Nice Law Firm. We're proud to serve folks in Stark, Pulaski, and Jasper counties. We handle both personal and business law. Whether your family needs legal advice or you're a small business trying to keep up in today's tough business climate, we are here to help. Wherever you are in the Kankakee Valley, when you need legal advice, contact Nice, the Nice Law Firm, at 317-NICE-LAW.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac. It's our family serving your family.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives with the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We certainly appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say there are no injuries to report, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned. We will hear from Caden Shepard of the Blue Jays and Maddie Bush of the Satellites after the break in the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner as you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winnemac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
Welcome into the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I'm talking with head coach of the South Central Satellites, Matty Bush. Coach, you come in tonight, see a North Judson team that you took care of business of back on December 13th, but the Jays squad we saw a couple of nights ago, they're much improved. What are you trying to attack from the South Central point of view?
That first time we played him, Radke had not started playing yet. He makes them a lot better. So definitely have to account for him now. As the year goes on, new coach, it takes a little time, and you can see that they're starting to really play together, and they've built on, the season as they've gone.
Yeah, what are some keys to the game from your perspective?
Well, as always, it starts on the defensive end. Much different task than the other night. They're a very big team. They got a lot of guys that can do some stuff, but we're really going to have to keep them off the glass and control the paint.
Message to Satellite Nation.
Hope you're already on your way, but be loud and cheer us on.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Welcome back to the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I'm talking with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Caden Shepard. Semifinal round, coach, taking on the South Central Satellites. The first time around, I don't think that game was representative of what this Jays team is now.
No, number one, we've gotten a ton better, but you miss a guy like Eli Radke at any point in the season, but especially when you're trying to learn some new things and really get things started, it makes it hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you come in facing the Satellites. They've had their mind made up this season of what they want to accomplish. What are you going to try to do to thwart some of those guys? You mentioned Jay Huerta the other night, but also Brody Grass on the inside. Yeah, well, number one, he's big, he's tall, but we've got some big guys that have a little more strength and a little more physicality, and hopefully that can disrupt some things for them on the inside. And especially having Eli this time around definitely helps that. Having the addition of A.J. Radke, didn't get a ton of minutes the first time around, but he's going to help that. We can throw a lot of different guys at him. Jay Huerta, we have a little more depth this time around. At the guard position, I could throw Andrew Chambers, Aiden McGowan, and give them an assignment. And when you give those guys an assignment, they commit to it and they stick to it, and they've done that for us all year. So really kind of just sticking to what we do, the physicality on the inside, being committed to the goal, commit to whatever it is our team is trying to accomplish, and I think good things can happen for us. Well, Coach, I sure do appreciate your time. Good luck.
Yep. Thanks, Mitch.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School boys basketball sectional semifinal action, what are your Surf Internet keys to the game as a South Central Satellite, Chris?
The keys to the game for South Central, like I said, come down to ankles. Jay Huerta and Noah Howard, if they're just a step slow tonight with the guard play of North Judson, that could pose some problems for South Central defensively.
Keys for the Jays.
Turnovers. Got to take care of the basketball and rebounding. So turnovers and rebounding for North Judson tonight.
That is our Surf Internet keys of the game. Our LAP Waste starting lineups, they're next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Now's the perfect time to get speed and savings you can count on during Surf Internet's Winter Lifetime Savings event. Power your home with fast, reliable fiber internet that includes free professional installation, starting at just $30 per month with AutoPay. There are no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. Plus, during the Surf Winter Lifetime Savings event, you can lock in your low price for life. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Blue Jays of North Judson, Indiana, starting at point guard is Javen Christensen. The 2 guard is Andrew Chambers. Starting small forward is Christian Ingram. At the 4 is Eli Radke. And at the 5 is Xander Nowak. For the Satellites of Union Mills, Indiana, starting at point guard is Jack Cashel. The 2 guard is Noah Howard. Starting small forward is Jay Huerta. At the 4 is Logan Turkovitz. And at the 5 is Brody Grass. That is our LAP Waste starting lineups. We'll be back to get set for tip-off. Don't go anywhere.
LAP Waste is your first choice for trash removal. LAP's Kirby Anderson.
We've went from 2 garbage routes to we're about ready to start the 5th route. We went from 10 roll-off trucks a day running to 16.
LAP's philosophy is this. Here's Honey Lamer.
Recycling is really important to us at LAP Waste. Our goal is to keep as much trash out of the landfills and help make our communities cleaner and make recycling easier for all of our customers in general.
574-542-4019.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From John R. Nelson Gymnasium in Culver, Indiana, we welcome you to broadcast number 40 of our Indiana high school basketball season between the South Central Satellites and the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. It's the semifinal round of Sectional 51. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in your area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all KVB Sports content. You can listen to us on your phone, computer, or tablet, as well as the radio. Just go to WKVI.com, click Sports, or hit the link in any of our social media sites' bio. We are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight in Culver is Paul Dunn. He's doing double duty as he's also the scoreboard operator. The official scorekeeper is Heidi Timmie. Our officials for this evening are Tim Smith, Vance Carlin, and Brandon Bood. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, we are honored to have Chris McGowan on the call. And like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School boys basketball semifinal sectional action from beautiful Culver, Indiana. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We go live every Saturday throughout the school year at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and WKVI.com, streaming throughout the world. Tomorrow morning, Chris will have our Athlete of the Week interview with Brendan Grindstaff of the West Central Trojans, and a shocking score update came through from West Central Athletic Director Jeff Messer as the Trojans fall to Tri-County here in the semifinal round, 55-49.
Yeah, had a 13-point lead at halftime and losing overtime. So
that's tough.
Boy, that's didn't expect that. But Tri-County, a tradition-rich program, they had the advantage of having the revenge factor after West Central beat them earlier in the regular season. So Indiana high school basketball, anything can happen on any given night.
Yeah, they beat Tri-County on January 16th, 51-40. That was at West Central. Of course, Caston is hosting that sectional, so a tough loss to the West Central Trojans, 55-49. A little stuffy here in Culver. You sent a nice text to Mike Zader. Hey, let's pump the AC in here. It's getting a little hot.
Can we turn on the AC a little bit?
He goes, yeah, I'm hot too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go ahead and prepare to turn things over. Well, no, the national anthem was at the beginning of the game, so we have some time to talk here. You know, one thing I kind of mentioned earlier on in the pregame show was the fact that they're bringing in Adrian Radke, the freshman off the bench, a big guy, tall guy, 6'3", who can really help Eli Radke when he comes in, or he also played well
with Xander
Nowak.
Yeah, he does the good three-headed monster there that North Judson has on the inside. And they don't miss a beat.
And he wasn't getting a lot of minutes earlier on in the season. Of course, he's just a freshman.
Right.
So this year, really, his progression.
Yeah, as the season went along, he got more minutes at the varsity level. So that's one thing Coach Shepard and his staff did really well this year with the progression of Adrian Radke. Didn't overwhelm him early on, but built him up to have him ready for postseason runs. So. And when he came off the bench on Wednesday night, North Judson.
What a spark.
Yeah, never missed a beat.
A huge spark, and then it all started with Christian Ingram hitting the threes. When he's on and gets things going, the Jays can be lethal, and I think that's something the Satellites are probably prepared for. They know that this is a different team they're going to see from the Jays than they saw back in December. They know that.
And the other thing, too, Culver's predominantly 2-3 zone. South Central is probably going to be predominantly man, trying to pressure the guards.
Try to create, different here.
Try to create those turnovers.
Can the Jays handle the pressure? You know, because they've been thrown the 2-3 for the majority of the season, where at the beginning of the year they really didn't know what to do against the zone. They faced it so many times, they got comfortable with it, and they just exploited it on Wednesday night.
Yes, they did. So, again, could be a totally different game plan tonight for the Jays offensively with South Central, I would assume, going man-to-man to start this game.
We'll go through our LAP Waste starting lineups one more time for the Satellites of Union Mills. Jack Cashell's at the point. Noah Howard's at the 2. He rolled his ankle on Wednesday night, but he's out there looking strong and ready to go. Starting small forward is Jay Huerta. He also rolled his ankle, but he's looking good out there. At the 4 is Logan Turkovitz, and at the 5 is Brody Grass. For the Jays, Christensen, Javen, he's at the point. Chambers, Andrew, he's at the 2. Christian Ingram at the 3. Eli Radke at the 4, and Xander Nowak at the 5. In the middle for the Satellites is Brody Grass, and for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, it's Christian Ingram. Our Web Printing JT Shirt Shack tip is up and away. The Jays will control it right to Javen Christensen, and he'll bring it across the timeline.
And the Satellites in the man-to-man.
Far corner to Xander Nowak. Up top to Andrew Chambers. Swings it near side to Christian Ingram, then to Javen Christensen in front of the Satellite bench. Up top to Ingram. He attacks. Loose ball stolen by the Satellites. He tried the jump stop, and it bounced too high out of his hands, and the Satellites have it. Here's Jack Hashel. Hashel near side in front of the Jays bench, dribbling. He picks it up. Up top to Huerta, fakes the three. Chambers on him, good D. Back up top to Jack Cashel, they'll reset. Man-to-man from the Jays as well here. Over to Turkovitz, lob into Brody Grass. They're gonna call the foul on the inside on Eli Radke, and I think they're gonna keep an eye on the big men inside.
Yeah, a little physical, a little too physical there at the waist. Got caught with the push there.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Haschel to take it out. He finds Grass. Nice move. Splits the big man, and he gets it right-handed off the glass. The Satellites will strike first. For the Jays, Nowak has it up top to Eli Radke. Turkovitz all in his junk. Hands off to Christian Ingram. He attacks, gets into the paint, dump off to Nowak. Dribbles off a foot, stayed with it up top to Radke. He attacks the paint to the low block, then back up top to Andrew Chambers, near side to Nowak. Up top to Javen, fakes the three, attacks Jay Huerta, inside of the free throw line. Nowak, nice move, stripped, lost. It's the Satellites now with it. Turkovitz back to Jay Huerta. He attacks to the short corner near side. Skip pass to the far corner. Noah Howard, don't leave him open. Overshot it and it goes out of bounds. He usually knocks those down and he wanted it. He had a lot of space.
Actually, going to call a foul on Turkovitz there with the push.
Ooh. And you've talked about him before. Very aggressive player.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup for anybody.
His main sport is volleyball, and he's a really good volleyball player as well. Near side to Chambers, tried to get it inside to Nowak, had the angle, but the length, the arm.
Well, that's one of those where you got to throw that to the corner of the backboard and let Xander go up and get that.
A lob is what you're saying. Javen to take it out underneath the Jays basket, near corner to Chambers, pops the three, overshot it and rebounded by Brody Grass to Jay Huerta. Huerta crosses the timeline here. At the volleyball line, top of the key to the far side, it's Logan Turkovitz. Turkovitz looks in, hasn't dribbled, doesn't need to. Up top to Haschel, wide open, three! Splash! And another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. Jays to bring it forward. Nowak taking on Grass, spinning at the block, couldn't get it, had the angle. It's rebounded by Grass, and here come the Satellites leading 5-0. Near corner to Haschel. Haschel behind his back in the short corner, picks it up. Back to Haschel. Near side to Turkovitz. Up top to Huerta. At the left elbow, Chambers is on him. Over to Haschel. Behind his back, he's got Christian Ingram on him. Looks in, then up top, Howard, another three. Can't get that one. Rebounded by Nowak and right to Eli Radke to bring it forward here. Eli back up top to Javen. 5 minutes to go in the first. 5-0. It's all Satellites so far. Nowak in the far corner. Up top to Eli Radke. Then near side in front of the Satellite bench to Ingram. Up top to Christensen. Javen uses the dribble. Back to Ingram. Haschel's on him. This is an interesting matchup. Far corner to Javen. Huerta on him, then up top to Nowak, who has Grass. Then over to Chambers, around the world, far corner to Javen, up top to Eli, to the free throw line, then to Ingram. What a move, goes inside, on Grass, it's blocked. Right to Jack Cashel. Grass has the length. Here comes Jack, a little hesitation through the baseline to the corner. Noah Howard up top, Jay Huerta. Almost there, but missed it off the back iron. Loose ball, will they call a foul here? Chambers goes sailing out of bounds. Turkovitz was trying to fight for it as well. They're going to say it was last touched by the Jays here.
Yeah, that's probably the right call there. Both guys just going after the basketball. Chambers got to it first.
They'll kick it into Jack Haschel. The Satellites have it here. Gets in, back out, Noah inside to Logan. Throws it up top to Huerta. Huerta near corner to Haschel. Back to Huerta. Ankles look strong, Chris.
Yeah.
Up top to Jack. Turkovitz is posting up on Nowak. but Jack will bring it back out. They'll reset here. He hears the call from Coach Bush. Near side to Turkovitz. He attacks the paint. He'll be called for the travel.
The big thing with both Howard and Huerta with their ankles, to start the game, everything's going to be fine. It's when they come out for that first time and they sit for a couple minutes, how's that ankle going to respond having sat?
Because it's gotten loose from the warm-ups. But we saw on Wednesday, they didn't come out very often. He stays with the 5, maybe gets 6 to 7 from the bench.
Short.
Ingram, top of the key 3 is short, hits the baseline. Aiden McGowan checked in for Andrew Chambers. He tried to save it, but it will be Satellite basketball.
Yeah, right now North Judson against that man-to-man, just out of sync offensively.
Turkovitz has it on the far side of the floor. They haven't scored the last several possessions either. Here's Noah Howard at the top of the key as they lead 5-0 over the Jays in the semifinal round. Far corner, Jay Huerta 3, splash! And a timeout by head coach Caden Shepard, a full timeout, as that is another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. The Satellites making some noise here in the opening quarter at the 3-minute mark. If you're Satellite Nation, you like what you see.
Yeah, you like the way Huerta's moving and Howard both moving on their ankles, on their bum wheels. But you especially like seeing Jay Huerta hit that shot because the other night against Elkhart Christian, he struggled shooting the ball from behind the arc. So if you're a Satellite fan, yeah, you got to like to see that one go through.
Good timeout by Coach Shepard here. He wants to calm the guys down. And they're seeing man-to-man, like you said. They've seen zone a lot this year, so they're trying to figure out things to get points on the board here.
Yeah, figure out how to get a good look. Really been out of sync offensively. Give South Central credit for pressuring the basketball and taking away Nowak on the inside. But we got to get Eli Radke going and Christian Ingram going to try to open it up on the inside for Xander.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Loyalty, pride, and dedication are all attributes of a Knox Redskin football player. And like the Redskins, Keener Construction takes pride in their homes and community. Call Chad Keene today for your custom home build at 574-806-1387. You can catch the Knox Redskins taking on Jimtown on KVB's Max 98.3 FM with Rusty Nixon and Peyton Skirvin. Flip back and forth. Enjoy the action as it's the Jays getting it inside to Xander Nowak quickly, and a good drawn-up play there by Coach Shepard and company. The Jays will get on the board 8-2, trailing by 6.
Yeah, good high-low there action by the Jays to get Nowak a good look.
Satellites have it up top to Brody Grass. Eli Radke is on him. Now he gets it to Haschel at the volleyball line. Takes it near side to the left elbow. Hesitation. Stripped by Aiden McGowan right to Christian Ingram, and now here's a foul. It may be Turkovitz's second.
It is Turkovitz's second.
And you saw Jack Haschel get up and look at Coach Bush and tap himself on the chest saying, "That's my bad, Coach."
Yeah, one dribble too many. Good hands there by Aiden McGowan to knock that loose.
He will leave Turkovitz in. They're talking. Coach Bush is pointing down at the other end of the floor with his assistant coaches. They think the officials may have missed something.
And, well, they should have been. He's thinking his foul should have been called on number 30.
Oh, he's trying to get that foul reversed.
Trying to get that foul changed to
He
number
does
30.
not want Turkovitz to get his second. And the Jays had it to Eli Radke, but it slipped through his fingers and goes out of bounds, unfortunately, for the Jays' sake.
There's that lack of focus.
The turnover you're talking about.
Yeah, that happens every once in a while. Just took his eye off the ball, and he won't do that again because it ended up busting him right in the nose.
And Turkovitz will take a seat. The Satellites will bring in number 21. That is Luke Lautenbach.
And Adrian Radke checks in for the Jays, replaces Nowak.
Lautenbach on the far side of the floor, up top to Noah Howard. Howard near side to Haschel. Haschel low block to Grass, almost lost it, stays with it. Takes on the two big men, and he gets it to go. Eli Radke and Adrian Radke had their hands high. Good D, but Grass finishes it. 10-2, Satellites lead by 8 here. Ingram up top to Adrian Radke.
Oh, he's got to be ready to shoot. I know he just came off the bench, but
they're leaving him open.
Well, yeah,
and he can shoot those.
Exactly, he can spread the floor. I was just gonna say when he comes on, it's gonna be interesting to see who they have guard him. Because if it's grass doesn't like to come out and play on the perimeter. He can shoot that three.
Nice move by Eli Radke, skied high off the backboard and gets it to go through. Jays trail 10-4. Last minute of the first here on WKVI. Up top to Noah Howard, lob inside to Brody Grass, takes on Eli Radke, off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound, putback's no good, this time rebounded by Christian Ingram. Here come the Jays, some points here would be huge. Christensen over to Eli Radke, far side of the floor, Lautenbach on him, makes the move to the corner, Javen pops the three, can't get it, rebounded by Noah Howard, and he gets it to Jack Hashel. Hashel across the timeline. Last 30 seconds here, will they hold it for one shot? Far corner to Noah Howard. Back up top to Jay Huerta at the volleyball line. 20 seconds.
I think now you hold it for one. You've got,
right as you say that, Jay Huerta pops the three. Can't get it to go. Last 10 seconds. The Jays have an opportunity here to the near corner. Aiden McGowan drives baseline through the baseline. Dump off. Loose ball to Christian Ingram. Last 3 seconds. He attacks the paint. Has space off the glass. Christian Ingram, what a move. 10-6 will be the score at the end of one. We got a good one. We're going to take a break and come back. The semifinal round of Sectional 51 continues on WKVI after this.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
Back here in Culver, Indiana, John R. Nelson Gymnasium for semifinal action of Sectional 51. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Chris McGowan. We go to the second quarter. The Satellites had the start, but the Jays fought back, Chris.
Yeah, the Jays finished. Oh, Grass steps out for a three. The big man can hit it.
And he will. To start the second, the Satellites get a big-time three, another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. 13-6, and now it's a 7-point lead. It was 4, back to 7. Satellites leading. Christian Ingram up top at the volleyball line. Jack Hashel on him. It's been man-to-man all night long, fighting between these two teams. Up top to Xander Nowak. Jab step, goes inside, spins on Grass, has the space, puts it over Grass, and he gets it to go. Little teardrop.
Big men going at each other tonight.
We kind of knew that this was going to happen. This is going to be a fun matchup. This is some good basketball. This is the basketball I grew up loving watching, you know. Get it inside. Let the big men eat, baby. Howard up top to Jay Huerta. Between his legs, over to Jack Hashel. Then near side to Jay. Up top to Noah, over to Jack. Up top to Jay. Back to Jack. Far corner, fakes the three through the baseline, near corner to Brody Grass. Another one, in and out, no good, and rebounded by Adrian Radke. Aiden McGowan back to Adrian, then over to Eli Radke. Radke to Christian Ingram, tried to dump off the Xander Nowak. It's stolen by the Satellites. Jack Hashel has it. Jack stays with it. Christian Ingram on him. Over to Noah Howard. Up top to Jay Huerta. To the corner, near side, Jack Hashel. Jack up top to Brody. To Jay in the far side. Back to Noah. Near side to Brody. Another three. Couldn't get it, and rebounded by Adrian Radke.
If you're North Judson, you can live with Grass shooting those shooting those threes like that. If he hits them, then that, you shake their hand and come back next year. But yeah, if you're North Judson, you want him away from the basket.
Yeah, down low and inside is where he can cause problems. 5:30 to go in the first half, 13-8, the Satellites lead here. Eli spins, has space. What a move. He got in there, but he couldn't get it to go. It's rebounded by Jay Huerta. The Satellites push it forward. Lautenbach takes on Christian Ingram, and he'll draw the foul to shoot 2. The Nice Law Firm is partnering with the Cheryl Lynn Welter Foundation to donate money to help underprivileged kids in our area after each 3-point basket made during our broadcast. If you are in need of legal advice, contact former Winamac Warrior Bob Nice with the Nice Law Firm. They are proud to serve folks in Stark, Pulaski, and Jasper counties. They handle both personal and business law, so when you need legal advice, contact Nice, the Nice Law Firm at 317-NICE-LAW. That's 317-642-3529. Chambers will check back in, this time for Christian Ingram. The Jays have Javen Christensen, Aiden McGowan, Adrian Radke, Xander Nowak, and Andrew Chambers. The Satellites have Luke Lautenbach, Brody Grass, Jay Huerta, Jack Cashel, and Noah Howard. He will hit
1 of 2.
1 of 2. Javen Christensen has it at the volleyball line. Over to Adrian Radke to the far side. Chambers tried to get it into Nowak, and tipping it out of bounds was Brody Grass.
Oh, that's where you throw a bounce pass into the post. Little things that just irk me.
You've talked about that. Fake the pass high, go low.
It's easier for the post player to handle that.
Yeah. Lob over top. They tried to get Eli Radke going back door, but Jay Huerta was all over, and the ball goes sailing out of bounds. It's a Jays turnover. Brody Grass listed at 6'8". Xander Nowak listed at 6'4". And Adrian Radke at 6'3". So there's a lot of height out here. Satellites almost lost it. Luke Lautenbach has it near corner to Jay Huerta. Up top to Brody Grass. Grass hands back off to Jack Cashel. 14-8 here in the second, 4:30 to go. Haschel up top to Brody Grass. Looks into Lautenbach, then back near side to Jack. Here comes Haschel, spinning between his legs. Eli Radke's on him. Hands off to Jay Huerta, and a reach in. Too handsy there from Andrew Chambers, trying to contain Jay. And obviously you don't want those fouls, but you almost have to play a guy like Jay Huerta tight. You gotta be up on him. That doesn't mean get careless with it.
Right.
But you want to be a pest on a guy like Jay.
I still think a difference in this basketball game is going to be Adrian Radke and his ability to shoot the 3. He just got to pull the trigger.
Up top to Jay Huerta. They probably don't know or realize he can shoot that. Surely they do from studying. They get it to Brody Grass, almost lost it. Back to Jay Huerta to the free throw line, near corner to Jack Cashel. Great closeout by the Jays. Loose ball, almost lost, saved by Grass. Jack Cashel got it back to him to the far corner. Noah Howard can't get it, and it's rebounded by Eli Radke. To Javen Christensen to the far corner. Adrian Radke back up top to Javen. Then to Andrew, near corner to Xander. Xander attacks to the paint, picks up his dribble. Oh, wow. He will travel. Took a step on Grass, and I think he leaned into Grass a little bit, and Grass is kind of on the floor in the baseline, took a hit. He's holding his mouth. I'm not sure where he got hit, and here comes Coach Bush. That means he's got to come out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what Vance Carlin's telling Matty Bush. Hey, you came out on the floor. You got to sub him out now. So Rylan Rondo will check in.
And that's even if the trainer comes out, doesn't matter. Whoever comes out.
If somebody comes out on the floor,
Can the player come to the sideline?
The player can come to the come to the sideline. He just can't step out of bounds.
He will bring in Rylan Rondo for Grass. Grass will get the breather, but he will go to the scorer's table to check in momentarily. Rondo had a great couple of moments there coming off the bench on Wednesday. He tried to get it to Jay Huerta, though. Eli Radke's in the passing lane, and Eli will stay with it as Jay Huerta goes sailing by. He gets it off the glass, and the Jays have brought it back within 4 here. They are fighting.
We got a timeout here by South Central, 32nd.
get Grass back in there.
So 3:04 left here in the second quarter, 14-10.
Much different game than it was in December.
Yeah. I think if you're North Judson, I think you like this tempo.
Yeah, this is what you want, because the Satellites like to get it out and run quick.
Again, what I would like to see North Judson go back to that unselfishness they had the other night. I think right now the ball, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Grass into foul trouble and they're attacking him. But sometimes you got to pick your battles. You got to live to fight another day. Make that move. It's not there. Don't force it. Kick it back out. Reset the offense and keep attacking.
Keep that ball moving like a hot potato. And they did so well at that in the first quarter to start the game on Wednesday night against the Cavs. Haschel up top to Jay Huerta to the right elbow. Nice shot.
Tough shot there by Huerta.
That's one of his spots he likes. Satellites back up by 6. Here's Javen Christensen. Big time 3, top of the key. Another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. Brings the Jays within 3.
Splash. I got to say that one time.
That's a big one.
You didn't get to say that. I did. I got to say it that time. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Booyah.
I don't like to say it every time. It does. It gets a little old.
It gets a little old, yeah.
But okay. I do say big time a lot, though.
My favorite was Stuart Scott with the booyah.
Booyah. Wait a minute. Bill Raftery.
Oh, yeah.
Up top to Brody Grass. Looked inside. Up top to Noah Howard. Near corner, Jack Haschel. 3. Short. Loose ball. Grass had it, but it slipped through his hands right to Eli Radke, and now Radke gets it to Javen Christensen here. What a confident 3 he had on the last possession. Here's Christian Ingram, attacks, fakes, gets Grass in the air, back outside to Javen. Lautenbach on him, takes the pick from Chambers, back to Chambers. Chambers attacks, then brings it back out over to Xander Nowak. Hands off to Javen. Javen, near side to Eli. Here comes Radke, back out to Christian. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Jays trail by 3. Xander Nowak in the far corner.
Nice cut
by Andrew Chambers
nice
off the glass.
By Nowak.
The Jays bring it within 1 here. What a fight by the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. And now here's Jack Haschel to the corner. Lautenbach has it. Luke Lautenbach up top to Noah Howard, near side to Jack Haschel. 60 seconds. And another foul on Andrew Chambers. Getting handsy with Jay Huerta. He'll bring in Aiden McGowan off the bench. Coach Shepard will. Chambers will take the seat.
Yeah, just a little too physical there.
Satellites kick it back court to Jack Haschel. Attacks, has space, off the glass left-handed, no good, but Brody Grass on the clean. He picks it up and puts it back, and now here's a loose ball foul on Jack Haschel, diving for it. That'll be his first. Team's first in the quarter. Turkovitz has sat for the majority of this quarter.
Yeah,
with 2 fouls.
With the 2 fouls, North Judson has taken advantage of that, so.
You kind of said he is the X factor. They got it into Xander Nowak, but a hand by Jay Huerta swats it out of bounds, so Eli Radke will take it out in front of the Satellite bench. Kicks it into Javen Christensen, trailing by 3, 18-15. The Satellites lead here. Great atmosphere. Satellite Nation showed up. So did Blue Jay Nation. Far corner, Javen Christensen. 3 is no good. Rebounded by Eli Radke. Radke to Nowak. Fakes, goes inside on Grass, finds the space, used the rim for protection, and he gets it to go.
Good left hand there by Nowak. Good job using the rim for protection.
Haschel, last 6 seconds here. Ingram all over him. Over to Lautenbach to the far corner. Noah Howard open 3. Oh, so close. And that will be the end of the first half. A tight one here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. 18-17's the score as the South Central Satellites lead. the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. The winner of this game would go on to face the Triton Trojans, who beat Argus in Game 1 tonight. We'll take a break and come back for our Frayne Mortuary halftime show. We'll break this first half down with Chris McGowan, get his thoughts on it. But all indications show a good second half is on the way. Don't go anywhere. Frayne Mortuary halftime show is up next.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awald. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you have made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
18-17 is the score here in the Frayne Mortuary halftime show. The South Central Satellites lead the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on KVV's WKVI. We have our sports analyst Chris McGowan, and we also have head coach of the Triton Trojans, Jason Groves. Coach, you find yourself in another sectional championship game tomorrow night, a big win over the Argus Dragons. Talk about the road to get here.
Yeah, I mean, the first game we played Trinity, they're a tough team. They're hard to play. They do a nice job. Our kids responded. I thought got after it defensively, got off to a great start. That's one thing we talked about, is just getting off to good starts, and I thought they did that in that game. Argus, we played them earlier. We beat them pretty soundly, and I think our kids probably thought they were going to beat them pretty soundly. I'm like, hey, this is a different story in sectional, and they came out and battled, did some different things defensively, kind of played amoeba, kind of threw us off a little bit offensively. But our kids responded the second half and did a nice job.
Yeah, at halftime, you're only up 11 at halftime there. I'm sure I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall. What was said? You probably didn't have to say too much with the kids you got coming back and how just fundamentally sound they are. But I think it was a good wake-up call for them to go through that first half.
I agree. Our kids were disappointed at halftime. You could see it on their face, and so I didn't have to say much. Just adjustments. I mean, I think we gave up 9 points on offensive rebounds. Offensively, we weren't really hitting, but I think they kind of threw us off with that amoeba a little bit. I said just space out, penetrate, and dump, because they had the big kid just sitting there inside. And kids did a nice job penetrating, getting to the basket, and dumping inside to Overmeyer.
All right, so you've watched this first half here tonight. What's your take on the first half of this game?
Physical. Judson's doing a great job being really physical with these guys, and they're huge. They're humongous out there, so that concerns me. And then you got South Central, they're really skilled and got the 6'8" kid inside. He's a load. We're vertically challenged anyway, so both these teams could give us fits, but good game so far.
It's something that Chris has talked about is, just watching your Trojans in playing. They play the game the right way. They're unselfish and they find the open man, and sometimes that can outplay height.
Yeah, I mean, these kids have played a lot of basketball. These are basketball kids. They played AAU. They've been playing since they're kindergartners. So we have a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things, and that's one thing we talk about is just being fundamental. We have all you guys could score 20 points on a given night, but with our team, you got to sacrifice yourself for the team at times. And one night it might be Swanson, one night it might be Riffle, one night it might be Overmeyer, and you just got to share the ball. Be fundamental and do the little things, and the big things will take care of itself.
But that's the best kind of team to coach. When anybody can go off on any given night, it makes you hard to game plan against.
You're right. I mean, Swanson had 27. He had 33 against Knox, or I can't remember if it was Knox. One of the games at the end of the year. Riffle's gone off for 20-some at one
Right.
game. And so, yeah, looking at our team, I'd be like, I'm not sure who to put the best defender on.
Right.
Any night could be anybody. And so that's what we preach to our kids. Hey, just share the basketball. One night it might be your night. Let's go with it. Okay? But, just play as a team.
Well, we cover both South Central and North Judson, so we know we will definitely be here tomorrow to see you.
Awesome.
Should be a good matchup, whoever you face off against. We're looking forward to seeing you again. I know you're one of Max's area teams, our other station, so shout out to Rusty Nixon. He does such a great job in Triton Nation, or Trojan Nation. Message to them right now, whoever's listening. I'm sure you appreciate the fans coming out and supporting your guys.
We do. We have great fan support. Had it for years. Just tell you guys, keep it up. We need you tomorrow. We need your help. Championship game tomorrow night. These kids, have been. A lot of these guys have been on our varsity for 4 years. They like to see them go out the right way. So, come support us. Get here. Be loud.
I was just sitting there, I'm looking, and I'm thinking how I look and how you look and how we just look totally different from our AAU traveling days back in the day, when 30-some years ago.
Yeah, a little follically challenged.
Right.
We had nice hair back in the day,
we had
man.
great hair, flowing locks.
So you guys say.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
We had great hair.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time and talking with us. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, that is head coach of the Triton Trojans, Jason Groves. They are in a sectional championship game tomorrow night. You will hear it on WKVI. On our other station tonight, Max 98.3 FM with Rusty Nixon. You can catch the Knox Redskins taking on Jimtown right now as we speak. So feel free to flip back and forth between 98.3 and 99.3. But a quick rundown of the first half stats to share, Chris.
I tell you what, I talked about turnovers and rebounds. I don't keep turnovers, but I would think that they were probably pretty even there in the first half. But rebounds, I have North Judson +1 on the glass in that first half. So again, right now the difference in this basketball game is the one free throw that South Central made. They were one of two. North Judson has not attempted a free throw, and that just tells me they need to be more aggressive in attacking the rim. But individually here, let's start with the Jays. Christian Ingram has 2. Javen Christensen has 3. Andrew Chambers has 2. Eli Radke has 4. And Xander Nowak has 6 for the Jays. For the South Central Satellites, Jay Huerta has 5. Luke Lautenbaugh has the one free throw for 1. Jack Cashel has 3. And Brody Grass leads all scorers with 9.
We'll take a break and come back here in the Frayne Mortuary halftime show. Shout out to John Frayne, as we'll take a break after this word from Frayne Mortuary.
Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac is family owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac. It's our family serving your family.
Since 2012, All Grain Transport has proudly served our area farmers. What started with Adam, his wife Lindsay, their oldest son Leland, and 1 truck, All Grain Transport has grown into 11 trucks strong and a family of 5 L's. All Grain Transport specializes in efficient grain hauling during harvest, and with on-site storage, customers can harvest faster and market their grain long after the season ends. From grain to a variety of ag needs, All Grain really can transport it all. All Grain Transport is proud to help continue the tradition here on WKVI Sports, so call them at 574-225-6131. That's All Grain Transport, family driven, community strong, and built to haul it all.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551. Ask for Tina if you want to look cool like Chris and myself, the KVB crew. We're going to take a break, come back. Second half action, the Satellites lead the Jays in a tight one, 18-17. Coming up next.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From San Pan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Back here at Culver, Indiana, John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Frayne Mortuary halftime show coming to a close. Brody Grass leads the way in points tonight. The big 6-8er having a night. We start the second half. The Jays will have possession. Mitch Columbia along with Chris McGowan. Starting the third quarter, Javen Christensen has it with Jay Huerta on him. Man-to-man from both teams as it has been since the start. They work it into Eli Radke. Loose ball saved by Xander Nowak. Back to Christian Ingram for three. Blocked. Logan Turkovitz gets it up to Jack Cashel. He attacks, brings it back out. Here comes help from Eli Radke. Really pestering Jack. Gets it to Noah Howard to the far corner. Jay Huerta behind his back. Back up top to Jack. Haschel to Turkovitz, who starts the third with 2 fouls. Looks inside up top, Noah Howard. Of course he hits the 3, but there is a foul before the shot on the floor. I think they're going to call it on Andrew Chambers. That may be his third.
It is his third. Just decided to go through the screen instead of around it. And I just did get confirmation from Athletic Director Neil Minix. Miles McLaughlin did join the 1,000-point club at Knox tonight.
Congratulations to Miles McLaughlin. Isn't that amazing? Not really.
Knox was trailing 49-25 at the end of the third.
My goodness. They work it into Brody Grass and missed. Rebound by Xander Nowak. But, you know, we remember that matchup between the Knox Redskins and Jimtown last year in the opening round of sectional. Jimtown hosted that sectional last year, and the Redskins just did not have an answer for the Jimmies last year. It looks like they don't have an answer for them this year right now. That game's on Max 98.3 with Rusty Dixon and Peyton Skirvin. We'll see if the Redskins can fight their way back. But back in our game, it's a tight one. Satellites lead 18-17. The Jays have it. It's Xander Nowak crossing over, attacks, blocked by Grass. They'll call the foul. Now here's where it is. Either Noah Howard or Grass they'll call it on. And they're going to call it on Brody.
Yep. His first. But in the first contest, that's where Nowak had some success early on against Grass, pulling him away from the basket and then taking him off the dribble.
Kind of like Jermaine O'Neal always would do. He'd be about 15 feet away from the bucket, and Jermaine would use his pivot foot, dribble, crossover, spin around the defender. Nowak can't hit either of them. But a loose ball, Logan Turkovitz tried to save it, but he hit the baseline, so it'll stay. The Jays are going to get out of this here with something big here potentially. To take the lead possibly. They kick it up top to Xander Nowak. Grass gets his hand in there. Goes into the scores table.
Good thing that bottle of water wasn't open.
Heidi Timmy, she was not sure about that.
Yeah. Probably saw her life flash in front of her eyes right there.
Here comes 6'8" Brody Grass coming at her. The Jays kick it backcourt to Javen Christensen. She'll cross the timeline. Over to Aiden McGowan. Up top to Eli Radke. Near side to Christian Ingram. Bounce pass again, Chris. They didn't do it. They threw it. Chest pass, overhead pass, I should say. And it's stolen by the Satellites on the other end of the floor. It's Jay Huerta, pops the 3, no good. Rebounded by Howard, back to Jay, another 3. Again, no good, and rebounded by Eli Radke to Javen Christensen. Christensen has it at the top of the key. 3 deep. Christian Ingram, no good. Rebounded by Logan Turkovitz. They've kept Christian Ingram quiet. Satellites playing good D, and here's Noah Howard attacking. Can't get it to go. D was smothered all over. That's Eli Radke. And now Javen Christensen has it. Javen almost lost it. Up top to Xander. Swings it over to Aiden McGowan inside to Eli Radke,
Hey,
and a
look at
nice
that.
move.
Bounce pass.
Took on Logan Turkovitz and made it happen, and now they push it forward. The Satellites have it. It's Logan attacking, and they're going to call an and one here. Eli Radke hit the deck.
They're calling for a flop.
Are they really? I just thought his feet got tangled up there. He's not arguing it at all.
No, the South Central's thinking it was on the shot. It's going to.
Now they're going to.
That was Turkovitz, right? On the move there? Yeah.
But
there was no foul called. They called Eli Radke for trying to take the charge. They called him for a flop. There was no foul called.
But the Jays have
the ball. Yeah, on a flop call, it doesn't make any sense.
Did it go out of bounds?
No, the basket was scored by Turkovitz.
Okay.
So Judson gets to keep the possession of the basketball.
So the Satellites take back the lead, 20-19. Javen Christensen up top to Christian Ingram. Ingram over to Javen, deep three, wide open, can't get it. Fight for the rebound. Eli Radke had it. He tried to save it, but it'll hit the baseline. Him and Logan Turkovitz are fighting, and oh no, Jay Huerta, he is hobbling again. I think he may have rolled the ankle. I'm not sure if it's the same or a different ankle. They'll bring in Rylan Rondo for him, but he is hobbling off bad here. It does not look good, guys. And Brody Grass is off the floor as well, getting attended to by the trainer, Danielle. So she has had her hands full here in this sectional at Culver.
And now with Huerta on the bench and Grass on the bench, North Judson going to apply some full court pressure here.
We'll see what the Satellites can do here. They still have Jack Cashel and Noah Howard and Logan Turkovitz, three guys that can make things happen. They also have Rylan Rondo, who showed signs this past Wednesday to make big plays, and Luke Lautenbach. We know the Lautenbach name. They can make things happen too. Noah Howard, top of the key, through the elevator screen, then back over to Jack Cashel. It's getting loud here at John R. Nelson. Far corner, Jack Cashel all over him. It's Aiden McGowan. Jack and him are fighting. They're going to call a foul on Aiden McGowan, and he agrees with it. He had his hands on him.
It's amazing the difference in the way the games are called from one night to the next night, because Elkhart Christian was able to play defense with hands all over South Central, but this is a different officiating crew, so it's something you got to get assimilated to. But yeah, that was definitely a foul by Aiden McGowan. The other night, probably not.
Right.
Tonight, they're calling it, so you got to adjust.
Brody Grass will check in. Good sign for Satellite Nation. He checks in for Luke Lautenbach. Satellites have it, leading by 1, 20-19, 4:15 to go in the third. Loose ball. Grass was trapped in the far corner between Christian Ingram and Eli Radke, and quickly coming in now is Jay Huerta, and Eli's going to have to check out now. He's bleeding.
Yeah, he got elbowed.
Oh my gosh. It is. And South Central's trainer Danielle's checking him out as well. My goodness.
Yeah, Luke Grass there, when he went to make that pass, caught him with an elbow.
He didn't realize he was bleeding until the official had told him about it. Wow. The Satellites, Jack Cashel will kick it up top to Logan Turkovitz, then to Jay Huerta, to the far corner, Jack Cashel. Entry pass, Brody Grass, triple comes, can't get the and one, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line. They're going to call it on
Aiden McGowan.
Is that his third? His second.
Second. Wow.
And what's interesting is I don't know how to say it nicely, but the Satellites trainer is helping out the Jays here by tending to a Blue Jay.
Well, but yeah, that's what they're
not there just for South Central.
Yeah, if you have a trainer, they're there for both teams. Grass hits both.
Because I don't know if the Jays have a trainer on their bench.
They don't have a trainer on the staff.
Boy, she needs an award. She's been working hard this week. 22-19 off the free throws, both made by Brody Grass. The Satellites lead here. Jays have it. It's Xander Nowak attacking into the paint. Back out to Christian Ingram. Goes around Jack Cashel. Tried to dump off to Xander Nowak, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Satellites. They say it wasn't.
And Grass isn't, yeah. They said it was off 25, and Grass isn't arguing. So
it must have grazed his hand. So out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Lob into Adrian Radke. It's stolen. Logan Turkovitz skied high, and now the Satellites have it to Noah Howard. Dump off inside to Turkovitz. A foul will be called on Adrian Radke. I mean, you can call me heartless, but I'd say, hey, you're our trainer.
Right.
Don't be taking care of this. I mean, call me heartless all you want. But I'm trying to win here.
Nice to see Huerta back in.
Yeah, he's back in, and so is Brody Grass. Fighting through adversity. The Satellites are putting in the effort. Will they be rewarded? It's Brody Grass over top to Logan Turkovitz, stolen from behind by Javen Christensen. He moved quickly, fast feet. Here comes Javen. Huerta on him, lob over top to Xander Nowak.
Lob over top.
Got it.
Put some air underneath it.
He knows how to throw, being the quarterback.
Yeah, on the defensive end, you saw his secondary skills right there, reading that, making that play.
Noah Howard, open three, top of the key. Can't get it, still missing. Rebounded, though, by Turkovitz. Back out to Haschel, far corner to Jack Haschel. He attacks off the glass. 24-21, three-point lead for the Satellites. Christensen to the right elbow, picks up his dribble. Loose ball, Satellites will steal it. Noah Howard has it, hands off to Jay Huerta, stolen from behind by Xander Nowak, right to Christian Ingram. Then to Javen Christensen. Ooh!
I don't know why he picked up his dribble there.
Almost traveled, but stayed with it. Got it to Xander, back to Javen, pops the three, deep ball, Javen Christensen. Another donation to the Cheryl Lynn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm to do nice things for underprivileged kids.
Knotted back up at 24.
Big time shot. That hits a couple big shots from Javen tonight. Attacking is Jack Cashel. He'll draw the foul, I think, on Adrian Radke here. Yep, his second. So Jack will go to the line as L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Haschel's first is good. The Nice Law Firm is partnering with the Cheryl Lynn Welter Foundation to donate money to help underprivileged kids in our area. After each three-point basket made during our broadcast, if you are in need of legal advice, contact former Winamac Warrior Bob Nice with the Nice Law Firm. They are proud to serve folks in Stark, Pulaski, and Jasper counties. They handle both personal and business law. So when you need legal advice, contact the Nice Law Firm at 317-NICE-LAW. That's 317-642-3529. Timeout on the floor between free throws. A 30-second timeout here. This is getting interesting here.
Yeah, it is getting interesting. But it's right where you want to be, like I said, tempo-wise for North Judson, because South Central likes to get up and down the floor. They're making it a half-court game. Right now, the difference is free throw shooting. South Central's 4 of 5. North Judson's 0 for 2.
So Haschel will go back to the line to shoot his second free throw. He hit the first, making it 25-24. Now he's at the line for his second. The lefty can't get it. Rebounded by Adrian Radke. 1-point ball game as it was to start the third. Eli Radke takes it inside, picks up his dribble, back up top to Javen Christensen. Christensen back over to Eli, pops the three, can't get it off back iron, it was close. Rebounded by Logan Turkovitz to Brody Grass, and then he gets it to Jack Cashel. Boy, this could go down to the wire.
You think? Kind of got that feel, doesn't it?
It does. Logan Turkovitz, neither team is really giving in. Up top to Huerta, there's the three, top of the key, can't get it. Rebounded by Xander Nowak. They love that play where he comes up from the baseline to the top. He had the look. Last 60 seconds of the third here, the Jays have it. It's Eli Radke up top to Aiden McGowan, then over to Javen Christensen, far side of the floor. Near side, Aiden McGowan. Aiden, near corner to Eli. Attacks. Jack Cashel hits the deck. Dump off to Xander Nowak. What a find.
Call flop.
After the fact?
After the fact.
So you let the play finish.
Let the play finish. So Xander Nowak there with the finish.
And they'll call it on Jack Cashel. And if either team gets one more flop call, it's a technical,
it's a
right?
Technical, right.
Now, does it have to be the same player?
That I don't know. I'm not a fan. You can thank LeBron James for the flop rule. I'm not a big fan of it.
Well, Reggie did it a lot too.
Not like LeBron.
No.
See LeBron the other night?
Yeah, I know. He grabbed the other egg.
Yeah, he doesn't even know which elbow he hurt. Come on. You're 6'9".
Well, he's 40 years old. Everything hurts.
You're 6'9", 280 pounds, and you play like you're 5'2", and
well, he's 40.
Don't even get me started. And people think he's the GOAT. Don't give me a break. You're probably one of those.
No,
that think he's the GOAT.
I think Michael is.
Okay.
I'm a Reggie guy.
All right, we can be friends again.
Lob over top to Turkovitz inside. Took on 3 Jays, and he'll draw the foul.
Yeah, Nowak, his first.
That's
all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, he has played a long time. I'm sure everything hurts.
Well, yeah, when you take nights off and you don't play an 82-game season, I could play till I'm 52 if I had his work schedule.
Turkovitz will miss the first of 2. 26-25.
Bum.
The Jays, jeez, Chris. He's going to come after you.
Fine, then bring it.
Missed the second. Grass got it. It's blocked by Nowak, and he lets Grass know about it. Sailing out of bounds. Last 8.2 seconds. That'll raise the energy for the Jays here.
If the energy wasn't raised enough already with the crowds and the cheer blocks going back and forth.
Huge momentum here. Out of bounds play underneath their own baskets. Last 8.2 seconds. 26-25. The Jays lead to Turkovitz. Up top to Jay Huerta. Last 4 seconds here. Deep 3 on the way. Couldn't get it. And that will be the end of the first half. As Xander Nowak heaves one from 3-quarter court. Boy, the Jays will end the third leading by 1, 26-25. A much different ball game than it was on December 13th. We're taking a break, coming back. We'll see who wins this game after this.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Get all of your automobile needs done at Sideline Automotive.
They're thankful the community has trusted them and voted them the #1 tire store, #2 place to get your oil changed, and one of the top 3 places to go for auto repair. For off-road performance and complete auto repair, call Joey at 574-249-5537.
Back here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium, Mitch Columbia along with Chris McGowan. We go to the fourth quarter. That block may have gave the juice to the Jays for the fourth, Chris.
Yeah, let's see if they can carry that momentum over here to start this fourth quarter. North Judson going to a 1-3-1 here.
So a zone action here. Trying to throw the Satellites off a little bit. We'll see if they are able to make it happen. Coach Bush is saying, let's run baseline, bring Grass up to the free throw line, and make them work here. Grass at the high post, back up top to Jack Cashel. Cashel between his legs.
Switch to man out of that 1-3-1. Just give them a little bit different look, see how they would react to it. Put that in your back pocket to remember.
Turkovitz near corner. Xander Nowak's on him. They've moved Nowak on Turkovitz here. Noah Howard near corner to Jay Huerta. Aiden McGowan's pestering him. Back up top to Noah. Back to Jay. Rip through, baseline, short corner fader. Blocked by Aiden. Stolen by Logan Turkovitz. His putback's no good. Fight for it. Logan had it, and a foul will be called on Xander Nowak.
They're not saying that was in the act of shooting, are they?
He didn't have the ball in his possession, I didn't think. But they are. So they will put Logan Turkovitz at the line to shoot 2 here. The free throws there towards the end of the third, they were missing.
That might go down as one of the, I'm going to say it.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough call.
It's a tough call to make.
It's a loose ball. How do you get somebody in active shooting on a loose ball? Fighting for a rebound.
And I think that's what Coach Shepard was very animated about, as Turkovitz will shoot the first and miss it, hits the front of the rim. He's struggling at the line.
Yeah, 0 for 3.
These are the free throws you need here. Turkovitz, second, off the back of the rim. So it works out for the Jays here. It just is Xander Nowak's second foul. Christensen across the timeline, near side to Aiden McGowan. Up top to Xander Nowak, then over to Christian Ingram. Boy, if they could get Christian going. Up top to Xander, near corner to Aiden. Lob over top to Eli Radkin. It'll go sailing out of bounds.
Right idea there with the lob. Just got to put a little bit more air underneath it and let him go get it. A little too flat on that, but had the right idea. That's the one time where it's okay to throw the lob pass. This is North Judson's largest lead, 1 point.
Yeah.
South Central had an 8-point lead to start the game, 8-0. Since then, it's just been back and forth.
Near corner, Noah Howard, 3-ball, no good. Loose ball, fight for the rebound, goes sailing out of bounds. Last touch by Aiden McGowan. He tracked it down, or tried to, but him and Logan Turkovitz are going at it.
Yeah, Xander Nowak there complaining about he said he got pushed in the back by Turkovitz on that rebound, but wasn't called, so no foul.
They work it in near corner to Jay Huerta. Back up top to Jack Cashel here. 6:20 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, very physical basketball game.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cashel to the free throw line. Gets inside, kicks it to the corner. Noah Howard up top the grass. Thought about a 3, but no. To the far corner. Jack, he attacks. Tripled, doubled. Foul called on the floor here. I don't know who they'll call it on. It was a bump foul either on Christian Ingram, and Coach Shepard is saying he traveled. The official's saying no, he didn't. Nowak will be called for the foul, his third. It's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Satellites. Jack Cashel to take it out here. Dump off, inside to Turkovitz. Oh my, what a move. Couldn't get it off the glass. And it's rebounded by the Jays. Here they come, pushing it forward. It's Javen Christensen. Christensen at the top of the key here. Near corner to Xander Nowak. Nowak up top to Christian Ingram. Ingram near side to Eli Radke. Looks inside, he finds it to Xander. Makes the move in the post, blocked by Brody Grass. He got Nowak back, but it goes right back to Eli Radke. He attacks the paint, can't get it off the glass. Loose ball, last touch by Jack Cashel.
2 good moves right there. Just the first was erased by Grass, the second one just missed.
And Grass talks at Nowak saying, I got you back, buddy. Lob up to Nowak, foul from behind, I think, on Jack Cashel.
And I'm going to tell you right there, I didn't see a foul on that one. Both of them just going for the basketball.
And well, they may be trying to tighten this up. They don't want it to get too crazy here. Bounce pass inside to Christian Ingram, lost it. Stolen by the Satellites. Logan Turkovitz up to Noah Howard. Inside to Grass. Grass makes the move in the post, puts up the shot, and the Satellites take back the lead, 27-26. This is a great game. Javen has it for the Jays. Noah Howard on him here. Picks up his dribble just past the right elbow. Up top to Eli Radke. Inside to Xander Nowak. Turnaround shot. He's doubled. Couldn't get it. Got his own rebound, and he gets the put back to go. And Coach Shepard, I think, is not happy. He's saying he got fouled in the act of shooting. And now we'll have a whistle on the inside.
It's going to be a bench warning.
Bench warning on the North Judson bench. 28-27, the Jays take back the lead. Still plenty of time here for either team. 5 minutes to go.
Wow. A lot going on. And we didn't say a word. Other than there's a bench warning on North Judson.
Jack Cashel takes it in left-handed, and he draws the foul. It's an and one, baby. They're going to call it on Andrew Chambers, his fourth. So Haschel gives the Satellites the 1 point lead back. Very good free throw shooter at the line, the lefty. How many has he missed, though?
He's 1 of 2 so far tonight.
I knew he missed one. He'll sink this one. So the Satellites have a 2 point lead now, 30-28, 4:50 to go in the ball game. The winner of this game will face the Triton Trojans, the very, very good Triton Trojans. It's Javen Christensen, near side, up top to Xander Nowak, swings it around the world from Aiden McGowan to Andrew Chambers. Chambers, entry pass to Eli Radke, and Turkovitz is getting handsy here. Foul called on him.
I'm sorry, but you haven't called that foul all night, and now all of a sudden in the fourth quarter with 4.5 minutes to go, you're going to call it. Eat your whistle. You ate it for 3.5 quarters.
Lob into Andrew Chambers, back to the corner. Javen Christensen takes the pick from Chambers. Christensen back to Andrew. Up top to Xander. Then inside to Aiden. Then to Andrew. Attacks. Foul called. And you're right, they are really clamping down here. And you know, the energy in the building, you know, that might be the official saying we need to get a hold and keep our hold on this game because it could get out of control.
But here's my thought on that. It's your fault we're to this point because you've let it go on for so long.
Sure.
So at this point, eat the whistle.
They kick it way back court to Christian Ingram.
The three of you have let it get out of control. So it's your own fault.
Takes the pick to the left elbow. Hands off to Andrew Chambers. Gets to the paint. Far side, Christian Ingram, open three. Is it his time? No. Rebounded by Grass. Right to Logan Turkovitz. Turkovitz up to Jack Cashel. 30-28, the Satellites lead. Semifinal round of Sectional 51 here in Culver, Indiana. Great atmosphere here at Culver. They've done such a good job.
And when I say that, it's both ways.
Right. Noah Howard up top to Brody Grass. To Jack Cashel. Turkovitz wants it inside. He's got Andrew Chambers on him. They're going to call a foul on the inside here on Andrew Chambers. Is that his fifth?
Oh, they called that on Eli Radke.
His second. So the Satellites will have it underneath their own basket here.
Again, just I didn't see the foul there, but
Huerta to take it out. Up top to Jack Cashel. Near corner, back to Jay. Entry pass low to Brody Grass. Makes the move in the post, puts up the left-handed hook shot, and he gets it to go. 32-28, the Satellites lead. 3:15 to go in the fourth. Javen Christensen attacks to the short corner, brings it back out. Then up top to Andrew Chambers, swings it near side. Xander Nowak to Ingram. He attacks, baseline, poke from behind by Jack Cashel. The Satellites had it, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Logan.
A turnover there would have been huge.
Timeout, 32nd here by head coach Caden Shepard. High school sports in Indiana thrives because of our dedicated IHSAA officials. These men and women ensure fair play, safety, and the integrity of every game, from Friday night football to basketball tournaments and beyond. Without them, there are no contests, no rivalries, no memories for our student athletes. Sure, sometimes we may disagree with a call, but it's all part of the passion, and at the end of the day, we're all in this together. Broadcasters, officials, coaches, players, and fans united in supporting local high school sports. Thank you, IHSAA officials. You make it all possible. Timeout break here if you're Coach Shepard, trailing by 4 here. 3 minutes is plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time. And again, I usually try to stay off the officials unless I'm coaching.
Well, that's what we pay you for.
But when I'm up here, though, like I said, they've let this kind of get out of control.
Well, you're doing your job.
And so, now try to curtail your call every little bump and nudge now when you let them beat and claw and punch and
whoa, Splash City. Javen Christensen on the timeout. He has had a night. He will bring the Jays back within 1, as that's another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. 32-31. The Satellites lead by 1 here. Whoa. Haschel. Christian Ingram on him. Between his legs. Brings it back out. They'll reset here. He'll attack. Dump off to Turkovitz. Off the glass, right-handed. Little bait and switch action. And now here comes Javen Christensen. Takes the pick from Nowak, a double pick. Brings it back near side, picks up his dribble. Looking for someone. Up top to Andrew Chambers. Attacks Jay Huerta over to Christian Ingram. Jack Cashel's on him. Hand in the face. Ingram attacks to the low block. Swatted, stays with it. Up top to Andrew Chambers. 2 minutes. Tutwa. Inside, Eli Radke in the paint, puts up the shot, got it. Eli Radke. Pressure from the Jays. Satellites beat it, get it across half court, stolen from behind on grass to Andrew Chambers, and he threw it away, thinking a Jay was sprinting to the bucket, and the ball goes sailing out of bounds.
1:39 left, 34-33. Let's real quick. South Central has 4 timeouts. North Judson has 2. North Judson has 2 fulls. South Central has all 3 full timeouts and a 30.
This may be the best game in the sectional thus far, Chris. Stolen from behind. The Jays had it on the inbounds pass, and then a push foul will be called either on Jack Cashel or Noah Howard.
Yeah, Aiden McGowan there with the deflection and the steal. Deflected it right to Christian Ingram, who went right up with it and got pushed in the back by Haschel. His 3rd. And Ingram to the line here to shoot 2.
Just when you think the Satellites are inching away, the Jays have an answer. And it's Christian Ingram, a great free throw shooter at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Loyalty, pride, and dedication are all attributes of an Ox Redskin football player, and like the Redskins, Skinner Construction takes pride in their homes and community. Call them for your custom home build at 574-806-1387. Ingram will sink them both. The Jays take back the lead, 35-34. 97 seconds to go in this ball game. Swatted out of bounds by Christian Ingram. Jack Cashel tried to get it in. All signs point to an exciting finish here. They get it to Brody Grass, then to Noah Howard. Near side to Turkovitz. Far corner to Jay Huerta, fakes the 3, drives baseline, takes the bump on Eli Radke. And that is a senior recognizing the situation. Instead of jacking a 3, I'm going to take it right at you. Yeah, you think I've got a couple of rolled ankles. I'm going to go into you, draw the foul, slow this game down, and win it at the line.
And his first trip to the line tonight.
He sinks it. And we talked about it back on December 13th. There comes a time when a guy knows it's his moment to step up, and Jay Huerta has been that guy for the South Central Satellites the last several years. We knew him as a freshman. He was going to be special. Is this Jay Huerta time? Second free throw, in and out, tie ball game, 35 all, minute 25 to go. Missed free throws is something to talk about too.
Yes.
Christensen to the right elbow, up top, Eli Radke, 3-ball, can't get it, would have been amazing. Huerta has it, and then hands on him by Aiden McGowan, draws the foul, and that is the Jays' fifth. It will send Jay back to the line. This is where you have to hit your free throws, seal the deal. And I'm not upset at that three from Eli Radke. He was open.
Wide open, yeah.
Because if he hits that, that's huge. Huerta will hit the first.
Yeah, caught it in rhythm, wide open look. You want your senior to have that shot with 1:10 to go.
36-35, second free throw at the line, Jay Huerta. In and out, rebounded by Brody Grass though. His putback, no good, rebounded by Xander Nowak. Ooh, to Javen Christensen. Christensen crosses the timeline near corner to Aiden McGowan. Inside, Eli Radke off the glass. The Jays take the lead, 37-36. Last 50 seconds here, timeout, head coach Bush. Oh, ho, ho. And Blue Jay Nation on their feet. They like this one. Full timeout. We're going to take it with them. Don't go anywhere. We're going to finish the fourth quarter after this. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local sports. Steve and Donna love being members of the community and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home, right here in Stark County. Whether you're buying, selling, or relocating, call Osborne Advantage Real Estate today at 574-896-2567 for guidance and instant support.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
Big time plays and big time moments. That's what makes winners winners, and we will see who has the big time play and the big time moment here right now. The Jays lead 37-36. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Chris McGowan. Last 52.7 seconds here, Chris. It could be interesting.
Oh yeah. Can the Jays, do they have enough in them to get a defensive stop here? Gonna go a little horns action, horn set for the Satellites.
Takes the pick from Grass in the far corner to Jay Huerta. He attacks the paint, dump off the Turkovitz, off the glass, can't get it. Rebounded by Xander Nowak. Nowak to Javen Christensen. Leading by one of the Jays, up to Christian Ingram.
Good timeout.
And a timeout by head coach Caden Shepard, a full timeout. We're gonna catch up on some sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue the fourth after this.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
Big time timeout by the Jays head coach Caden Shepard here with 31.6 seconds. They lead 37-36. What are you drawing up if you're Coach Shepard here, Chris?
Right now you want to get the ball in bounds and maybe go 4 low, kind of clear out, try to penetrate, but again, nothing but wide open layups and free throws if you're North Judson here, but you got to be strong with the basketball. If you're South Central, maybe you try to entice the ball to go into North Judson's worst free throw shooter and try to make them knock down free throws to win this basketball game. So, again, a lot of different scenarios how you can play this out. If you're South Central, you want to elongate the game because you're down 1. And right there, that's throw the ball into Nowak and foul right away. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So
they're going to call it on Turkovitz, his 4th. So this will put Xander Nowak at the line. A couple of words of encouragement from Javen Christensen and Christian Ingram. Xander will go to the line here, 37-36. He hits both of them. The Satellites still have an opportunity to tie it.
Oh, still plenty of time. You don't even, and if he hits both, you don't need a 3.
He'll miss the first of 2.
So again, you miss this one, you're right back where you were just 23 seconds ago if you're South Central.
Sinks the second, 38-36 here. The Satellites get it in. Jack Cashel to bring it forward. We'll see what the Satellites have in store here. Haschel, Christian Ingram on a man-to-man from the Jays to the free throw line, picks up his dribble to Noah Howard, back to Jack. 15 seconds here. Timeout head coach Matty Bush, he's gonna take the full. Well,
great. I love Indiana high school basketball.
And this is what you're wondering. You know, we know Coach Bush, he likes to find the open shot, but are you just trying to tie it up here with 14.6 seconds, or are you saying we're going for the win? It's tough.
I think it depends on who you have shooting the basketball. If you're kicking it out to Huerta or Howard, if they're wide open for the 3 for the win, I think you live with that. But then again, I'm also maybe trying to get the ball inside to Brody Grass for an and 1. If you're North Judson, the last thing you want to do is foul a shooter and give them a chance for the and 1. If you foul here, if you're North Judson, the ball can't get anywhere near the rim.
So you're saying get it into Grass.
I'm saying get it into Grass, and maybe you get the and 1. Worst case scenario, if you get it deep into Grass on the block, you're probably going to overtime. But
now if
again,
they crash Grass and kick it out to the corner.
Kick it out to the corner to either Huerta or Howard.
Howard will take it out. Big moment here. Howard will get it into Jack Cashel. To Grass. He attacks the paint, has space, fakes once, draws the foul, and he gets the and 1. Woo! Left 8.4 seconds on the clock. So Grass an opportunity to take the lead for the Satellites here. Instead of down low, they had Grass get it up top, dribble into the paint, had space more than I think he probably thought. At the line. Can't get it. Rebounded by Eli Radke. Eli back to Christian Ingram. Whistles.
Timeout.
At 3.6 seconds, the Jays have an opportunity here to draw something up. Now, if you're head coach Shepard, what are you drawing up?
And Coach Shepard's going to try to get more time put on the clock. He was screaming at the official on the baseline, timeout. And he never granted it. And the official, actually, I did read his lips. He said, that was my bad, Coach. But as an official, you got to know that, hey, you got to know situations.
Yeah, they may want a timeout here.
But they're going to give North Judson basketball here in the backcourt with 3.6 seconds. They might be discussing putting more time on the clock. They're talking to the alternate official.
How many would he give? Yeah.
But again,
maybe 2 seconds at most.
I don't think they're going to put any time on the clock. But with 3.6 seconds,
you got enough time.
Oh, you got enough time to get you got enough time to get two hard dribbles in and a shot. So
tied at 38, 3.6 seconds. The Jays have an opportunity. Both teams have 5 fouls, so any foul puts them at the line.
So
they have to inbound it, the Jays do, right in front of the satellite bench here.
Right.
Eli Radke will bring it in. Coach Bush is saying, Logan, get up all over Eli Radke here inbounding it. Eli, they get it up to Xander Nowak. Back to Eli Radke. He has space right to the cup. Blocked by Jack Cashel. We're going to overtime. 38-38. They're waving it off.
Wait. Hold on a second.
Overtime. We are going to overtime. Tied at 38. Coach Shepard wanted a foul. What presence of mind by Jack Cashel to come over and help, because Eli Radke had all the space in the world, Chris.
Yeah. A lot of contact there, but no
I didn't
call.
see it.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay.
It looked clean to me. To me, from this angle, of course, I'm way up top. To you standing next to me, you say no, there was contact.
Right.
For the official down on the baseline, he says no. He says yes, there was contact. Then the official on the other side said no, so it's a questionable call.
Well, here's the thing. The official that's right underneath the basket is watching the contact at the ball. And he saw a clean block, which it was a clean block. It's the official that's on the sideline that's supposed to be watching the body contact.
And that's what he was arguing.
And that's where the foul should have been called. It was on the body. It wasn't. It was clean upstairs.
The top. You're talking on the way down.
On the way, I'm talking about the lower body, the hips hitting each other. But hey, 38-38. That's one of those you don't go up one-handed.
Yeah.
You got to go up two-handed and make them foul you. So again, no harm, no foul. We're going overtime, 4 extra minutes, and why not?
Why not? The excitement.
But a lot of people don't understand how the dynamics work
between the officials. One official's looking at the ball, the other's looking at the contact.
At the body.
Oh, man. Could it get any more exciting? We are going to OT, baby. Brody Grass and Christian Ingram in the middle. Our web printing and JT Shirt Shack tip is up away. It's controlled by the Jays to Eli Radke. Back out to Aiden McGowan. He attacks. Gets it in off the glass, right-handed.
His first field goal of the night.
Haschel, top of the key. Pass fake, gets it to Brody Grass. Grass attacks, brings it back out. Eli Radke's on him, man-to-man from the Jays here. Jay spinning, takes it into the block. Back out to Grass, up top to Haschel. Quick score by the Jays to start OT, too. Near corner to Logan Turkovitz. Neither team wants their season to end here. Up top, Jay Huerta, 3-ball, splash! Another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. 41-40.
This is one of those games where you hate to see either team lose.
Literally. This has got to be the best game in the sectional thus far. This sectional. Inside to Xander Nowak. Got space. Off of Grass.
And here's the big question. After a battle like this, how much are they going to have left in the tank for tomorrow night?
Triton's probably saying, we're fine with letting these guys battle. They get it inside to Brody Grass. He'll draw the foul in the act of shooting and go to the line. Eli Radke agrees.
So it's Eli's fourth. So Xander Nowak has 4, Radke has 4, Chambers has 4, Turkovitz has 4, Haschel has 3.
In and out.
Free throw shooting.
Grass can't get it.
That's 9 missed free throws for the Satellites.
Game would have been over. Second free throw from Grass is good. He'll tie it up 42 all. 2:37 to go in overtime. Christensen to cross the timeline here to Aiden McGowan. Kicks it back court to Javen Christensen. He'll cross half court. Javen. Near side to Eli Radke. Gets to the free throw line. He attacks the paint. Block shot. Logan Turkovitz and Brody Grass were all over him. Back to Brody. He'll bring it across. Up to Noah Howard to the near corner. Jay Huerta pops the three. Got it! Jay Huerta popping Jays. It's Jay Huerta time, 45-42. He's one of those guys that'll step up in the moment. Another donation to the Sherilyn Welter Foundation by the Nice Law Firm. Eli Radke has it, 45-42, the Satellites lead. 95 seconds to go in overtime. Both teams have 5 fouls. It's Javen, step back, picks up his dribble, looking inside to Xander. Then he gets it to Christian Ingram. Ingram to the free throw line between his legs. Brings it back out to the volleyball line. Swings it over to Aiden McGowan. Then to the far corner, Xander Nowak. Nowak skip pass up top to Javen. Javen takes the pick from Xander. Dump off inside. What a find. Brody Grass slipped up to help on Javen, and he found the right play. 45-44. The Satellites push it forward. It's Jay Huerta.
Travel.
He's called for the travel. Took an extra step. So a turnover for the Satellites here. Now the Jays have an opportunity to either
take the lead
or get fouled and tie it if they hit one of two. But really an opportunity to take the lead. Big possession here with 40 seconds to go. Javen takes the pick from Xander. Picks up his dribble. Over to Christian Ingram in the far corner. Up top to Aiden McGowan. Swings it near side to Eli Radke. Picks up his dribble. Near corner to Xander Nowak. Brody Grass on him. Xander attacks, spins, puts up the shot off the glass. Xander Nowak. 46-45 for the Jays. They take the lead. Last 20 seconds here. Will Coach Bush let him play? Haschel attacks, drives inside, nothing called. Saved by Xander. Back out to Grass, pops the three. No good, hits the strap. It'll be Jay basketball with 10 seconds to go. And Coach Bush will call the full timeout. Their season on the line here. Oh, man. We knew it was going to be a battle of the bigs on the inside. Xander Nowak stepping up in a big-time moment there, Chris. I mean,
yeah.
Talk about Jay Huerta stepping up in a big-time moment for the Satellites. Xander Nowak says, I'll match that.
So let me explain something in case we get anybody that tunes into this and watches our broadcast after we post it on YouTube. Saving the ball out of bounds like that, if you're North Judson, you want to throw that to the backcourt to take more time off the clock.
Make them have to
chase it down. Make them have to go chase it down. Okay, you want to put some air underneath it, but throw it to the backcourt. Don't throw it back into the front court like that because
it went right to Grass.
Goes right to Grass for a wide open
and
three.
I'm surprised he shot that.
Right, but he's hit two tonight.
And it almost went through.
Hit one tonight, but again, for you young kids at home, and you see that, yeah, go after that rebound like that. But if you're going to go after it, you either throw it off somebody going out of bounds, or you throw it to the backcourt.
Because either one of your guys could chase it down. Or either way, it's way back there. They have to bring it forward.
And they have to go get it, or it takes time to get out of bounds. Now, they'd be taking the ball back, but again, the time off the clock.
Full court. They'll have to go. The Jays get it in with 10 seconds even. They do to Aiden McGowan. They'll foul immediately. I think it's on Turkovitz or Jay Huerta here. Coach Bush wanted to travel. They're going to call it on Jay, his first foul of the night. Wow. So Aiden McGowan at the line here. 2 free throws would make it a 3-point ball game.
I wonder where my mom's sitting right now. She's probably got her head buried. She ain't watching this. She probably hasn't watched the last 25 minutes of this game. Pays to get in, doesn't watch a second of it.
Aiden McGowan. In and out on the first one. It rattled all the way around the rim.
Too flat on that free throw.
8.3 seconds here. Do they still have timeouts, the Satellites?
Satellites have, 2. They got a full and a 30.
I suppose they probably take one here or get it to half court. He'll miss the second. Rebounded by Grass. Grass. Whistles.
Got timeout.
Bush called the timeout before the ball got loose off the foot. It'll be interesting where they have them inbound this. They'll have them inbounded on the far side of the floor in the backcourt at 6.2 seconds. The Jays lead by 1, 46-45. Coach Bush will take the full timeout. Okay. What are you drawing this time around?
I'm getting the ball in the grass again. I'm going through the big man.
Even if he gets it up top.
Even if he gets it up top. But I think you run something, maybe run some kind of a blue screen where a guard on the block sets a diagonal screen to the opposite elbow. Get North Judson to where they have to, if they switch that, you got Grass on a guard on the block. But, I'm getting the ball in the paint to Grass and letting the big man work.
And I'm watching the board right now of what Coach
Who scored the basket
Bush
to put Judson up
drawing
46-45? Was it Nowak?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't write it down.
Yeah, because I said that was the big moment.
Right.
Matching what Jay Huerta had done. They'll get it in to Jack Hashel. Last 5 seconds here. Jack for the Satellite season to continue. Dump off the Logan Turkovitz. The Satellites will win the game on a last-second shot. Logan Turkovitz, the lob pass. They will continue their sectional run tomorrow night against the Triton Trojans, and you will hear it here on WKVI. He was wide open, Chris. What a drawn-up play by head coach Matty Bush. The Jays season will unfortunately come to a close. What a valiant effort. This game hurts for the Jays and Blue Jay Nation, but they made these Satellites have to fight so hard for this win. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
The best game of Sectional 51 by far. Oh my gosh. Wow. We'll take a break to collect our thoughts and come back. 47-46 is the final. They got it to the volleyball player high and the two soft hands off the glass, baby.
Like he was setting it.
The lob. What a play. We'll come back for our Collins Insurance postgame show to break this down. Shout out to head coach Larry Sennert of the Oregon Davis Bobcats tuning in tonight. He says, what a great game. Awesome job. We'll take a break and come back. Collins Insurance postgame show's up next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. The Satellites win over the Jays.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
Another one for the archives. The South Central Satellites beat the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays on a last-second lob pass at the rim to Logan Turkovitz, beating the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays 47-46. I know it's not the way the Jays wanted their season to end, Chris, but think about the growth that they made this year. This was a completely different team here at the end of the year, and I'm proud of them.
Oh yeah, this is going to be one that you have to let. My grandpa used to say, "Let this one sit in your craw a little while, and let it fester, and then you feed off of it next year." Just a great basketball game. You hate to see either team lose that one.
The Jays came to help as the Satellites drove inside, leaving Turkovitz at the low block, and the lob was perfect, and he finished it, sealing the deal. Now, if you're Coach Groves at Triton, you're probably saying, like you said earlier, let these guys beat each other up a little bit, because tomorrow night they may be a little tired.
They're going to be a little gassed tomorrow night, but you got a sectional championship on the line. I think South Central will find a way to
find some energy.
Where it's going to show is in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. Because going to overtime tonight, that's tough.
And we'll be able to tell early on tomorrow night whether or not how much this game took out of the Satellites by if their shots are coming up short. So again, just a heck of a basketball game.
This is where I'm saying, get some water in you, get some pomegranate juice, get the electrolytes flowing, eat some good energy, get some carbs in you, get some energy going here.
Right, not only that, but
some spaghetti.
Get you some potassium too.
Potassium, yes. Take care of the body tonight if you're South Central, because you want to be firing on all cylinders. But you got some stats to share with us here.
I actually had North Judson +6 on the glass.
Wow.
Free throw shooting, again, not a very good night for either team. North Judson was 3 of 8. South Central 8 of 17. Individuals here, let's go through the individual scoring. Christian Ingram had 2 for the Jays. Javen Christensen had 11. Andrew Chambers 2. Aiden McGowan 2. Eli Radke 10. Xander Nowak 19. Xander Nowak led all scorers with 19. For the South Central Satellites, Jay Huerta had 13. Luke Lautenball had 1. Logan Turkovitz had 6. Brody Grass had 18, and Jake Hashel had 9. But the big assist there, right before the buzzer for Jack Hashel, again 47-46 is the final.
That was Jack that lobbed it, right?
Jack had the assist there to Turkovitz, but again, Brody Grass with 18, Xander Nowak with 19. The two big men dominating tonight.
Well, we'll take a quick break and come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. I think all of us know what that play will be, but we'll see what Chris is thinking. Maybe something else in store. We'll keep you on edge.
Yeah.
But don't go anywhere. The Stark County Co-op play of the game is up next here in the Collins Insurance postgame show.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Hello?
hello there. Is this that last choice insurance?
No, sir. This is First Choice Insurance.
You mean second choice insurance?
We offer homeowners, auto, farm, commercial, life. Let us know how we can be of guidance.
Okay, I got it now. First Best Insurance.
So contact us, First Choice Insurance, at 574-896-3482 at North Judson, or jingle us at 574-772-5370, and one of our wonderful local agents will take care of you.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
47-46 is the final. Well, if you're going to win it, Coach, you might as well win it like that.
Yeah, I guess. Tournament time, they say win by 1. I say win by 15 and make it easier, but we'll take it for sure.
Well, I saw you draw up the play on the board, and the guys ran it just about like you had drew it up.
Yeah, I wanted it to look, teams really go to Jay. I wanted it to look like we were running this side, clear out that whole side. Jack could maybe get ahead of steam and make a play, and that's what he did. They helped over, made the right decision, made the pass, and Turk finished it. So,
yeah, just one of those games you hate to see either team lose, but I tell you what, just a great battle. I tell you what, the one thing you might want to address, free throw shooting, because this game could have been won in regulation if you guys knocked down the free throws. I had you 8 of 17 tonight.
Definitely. I mean, it seemed like the rim had a lid on it for us tonight. We missed a lot of layups around the rim. Our three-point shooting wasn't as clean as we'd like, but our guys fought. I said before the game, this is not the same Judson team we played at the beginning of the year.
Right.
They're much more polished. They're much more, developed with the coach getting his stuff in, what he wants to do. And I mean, they were so good tonight. They made us work. They were physical. All credit to them. They pushed us, obviously, all the way to the end.
And, I said, why not it be the volleyball player, Logan Turkovic? It's almost like he's setting it. Just perfect, soft hands off the glass. Jack Cashel, the perfect lob.
Yeah, Turk likes to think of himself as a dunker, so he's always trying to get them to throw lobs to him. So that is probably practiced more than even I would like. But it worked out for us here, so.
Well, you got the Triton Trojans tomorrow. We know they were here. We talked to Jason Groves at halftime of your game, and he said whoever he was going to see tomorrow night knew it was going to be a battle of the bigs on the inside. He said especially South Central, they've got the height.
Yeah, I've watched some Triton. They played a couple conference foes of ours, so seen them on film a couple times this year. Extremely well coached, extremely tough, disciplined. They're a really, really good basketball team. We're going to have to bring our A game. He's an awesome coach. He's been there for years and years, tons of success. So they'll be ready for us, and we'll go get prepared and get ready to go.
You go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is one of those games where whoever won tonight take a lot out of you. So what's going to be the message to the players tonight about rehydrating and taking care of their bodies to have the most energy coming into tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's the message. I'm very big on rest. We do a ton of stretching, things that I took from my time as a college coach. We force them to stretch every day before practice, the same stretches. I never let them cut it short.
Right.
It's a thing we do no matter how long we're going, and we're always pushing, rest, relaxing, getting your legs back. But also we condition and train really hard, and our guys are in pretty good shape. So we'll be we'll bounce back. That's all we got to do.
One thing I don't want to get you in trouble. If you don't want to answer this question, you don't have to answer the question. But to me tonight, for 3.5 quarters, the officiating crew let both teams play. You guys both teams were being physical, and then all of a sudden they decided for about 4 minutes to call everything that
tightening it up a little bit.
Yeah, tightened it up a little bit. So how was that even addressed with your kids? Hey, they're trying to tighten this up now, so we got to adjust in how we're playing defense and how they're in attacking the basket.
And this isn't a commentary on any other coach's style or whatever, but the way we teach defense is to not foul.
Right.
There's a lot of teams that do tend to play a more aggressive style of reaching and grabbing. And
Elkhart Christian the other night,
if
they were able to body you up and put hands on you, and nothing was called.
Yeah, and if it's going to be called that way, then it's going to be a little tougher for us because I teach my guys to not do that.
Right.
And so if the game switches to a game where they start calling it tighter, that's in our advantage.
Exactly.
So I'll take that if they're
Right.
going to switch it back. So, it worked out the way it worked out, but, I would like, the consistency is the only thing I really care about.
Exactly,
as a coach,
and that's my point. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to get across and all that. Be consistent. If it's not a foul in the first quarter, it can't be a foul in the fourth.
Yeah, I understand that, and
to me as a coach, it's hard. It's hard getting into the rhythm. You had a rhythm for 3.5 quarters on being able to call the game the way the game was being called, and then it seemed like it got there for like 3-4 minute stretch where it seemed like it was hard for either team to actually kind of get flow going because the whistle was blowing so much.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things where I am big on it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep. I said before to our guys, I've never seen an official look over and be like, you know what, coach, you got a point. I'm going to switch that one the other way. So it doesn't do much good.
Right.
You take what you get and then you move forward and you play the game.
Right.
So.
Yeah, like I said, I just wanted your opinion on that. I don't want to get you in trouble or anything. And you didn't say anything there, but that was, wrong or anything like that. But it was just interesting because, I've done this so long. I just like pick brains and see what other guys think about it.
Congratulations, Coach, and
Thank
we'll
you.
be here tomorrow night, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, that is head
Good job,
coach,
Coach.
of the South Central Satellites, Matty Bush, here in the Collins Insurance post-game show. We'll take a quick break, come back, don't go anywhere. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
Get fiber fast internet starting at just $30 per month with autopay and free professional installation during Surf Internet's Winter Lifetime Savings event. Power your home with fast, reliable fiber internet and enjoy no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. And when you join during the Surf Winter Lifetime Savings event, you lock in your low price for life. Visit surfinternet.com to get started. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
Back here in the Collins Insurance postgame show, we now have an opportunity to talk to head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Caden Shepard. Oh, man, Coach, this is a tough one to swallow for you, I'm sure, in all of Blue Jay Nation. Talk us through there, getting it to overtime. I mean, you guys fought hard. Xander Nowak showed up late to take the lead there in overtime. Man, this is a tough one to swallow, I'm sure. Give us your thoughts.
No, it really is. First and foremost, the fact that I don't get to coach kids like Gabe Brzezowskis and Christian Ingram anymore. I don't get to see Mikey Simons manage for us. That's the tough part. You win and lose games, but I just hope those guys understand that they're going to be a part of my family forever. And it's just going to really suck not getting to see them every day. But yeah, as hard as it is, I can't explain how proud I am of the fight, of the growth. Like you said, December 13th, it was a different game. We were in it for a lot of it, but I felt like we gave up towards the end. And I felt like that early on, when things weren't going our way this season, we had a tendency to do that. And I'm proud of the guys that they figured it out. They figured out how to not let the lows get us too low, how to not let the highs get us too high. And maintain some consistency and focus throughout. And yeah, I wanted that one bad. I wanted that for them. I wanted it for Blue Jay Nation. But I am so proud. That's a great basketball team that we just played.
Took them to overtime.
And we took them to overtime.
Held them 47 points total in overtime.
Yep.
That's a high-scoring offense there.
Yes.
So defensively, probably your best game of the year.
Yeah. Yep. And really, I think that's 2 straight games where we've showed up at that end, and we've been committed to it. And really, that's kind of been the thing that I was hoping we would hang our hat on. Obviously, it helps getting Xander and Eli and all those guys healthy down the stretch. But amazing things can happen when you got 5 guys that are committed to it, committed to whatever scheme, whatever cause, whatever it is. And not just 5 guys. I mean, I'm proud of the JV guys for sticking it out and giving us a good look. We wouldn't have been able to defend the way we did if I didn't have Liam Davis and Sawyer Craig, Brody Martin, Damon Stamps, guys like that are don't get me wrong, they're not quite Jay Huerta yet, but I hope they get them there someday. But they gave us a great look in practice, and just top to bottom, I'm super proud of where we're at and where we're headed. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a long time because we were right there.
Yeah.
But the future's bright, and I hope all these guys see that. And not just the guys that are coming back next year. Christian Ingram, his future's bright.
Yeah.
If he commits to it and he takes what he's learned this year, he's going to be a great father, a great husband. Gabe Brzezowskis, super bright future. He's already, he just exudes the type of worker that you want. Mikey Simons, that's the kind of kid that he shows up every single day, manages for these guys, and then the second practice is out, he heads to the local, the point, and is working until 8-9 p.m. sometimes. Those 3 guys, their future is just as bright. Yeah, Blue Jay basketball, I think, is headed in the right direction. We got great people in great positions working towards the same goal, but it's more than that. And I hope everybody understands that. And these guys are hurting, but their family, our Blue Jay basketball family, is going to be there for them.
Yeah, I saw Aiden taking it pretty hard. Had a chance there with the free throws, but people need to understand that everybody looks at those because they're happening at the end of the game. But there's so many plays that happened way before that could have determined the outcome. And I'm not saying that because he's my nephew.
No.
I'm just saying that people need to understand. I mean, let's be honest. Probably doesn't go to overtime if South Central shoots from the free throw line a decent clip. I mean, they were 8 of 17 tonight. So
yeah, they got a lot of looks at the free throw line, didn't they?
Yes, they did. But again, it's one of those deals. It's I know. To me, I've always said this, and I hope if there's anything you ever learn from me, and I hope that the kids are listening. You never lose. You either win or you learn. And this is one of those where Grandpa would have told us, hey, let this one sit in the crawl for a while and let it gnaw at you, but then you got to channel it the right way.
Yeah, and that would have been followed up by something
right
from Grandma that told us we were at fault there.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But no, I appreciate you guys and everything you've done for us this year, giving us the coverage, and you guys are right. We've learned so much. I've learned so much in year one, and you guys are part of that. And I just can't thank everybody enough. And also Culver administration, the tournament that they're running right now, they've done a phenomenal job. And I want to get home and we'll talk to my guys. But
we'll talk more in depth tomorrow morning to say goodbye to those guys. But I sure do appreciate you taking the time and letting the fans know how things are going right now. I know it's tough, but man, you guys, hey, they had to get it on a last-second lob, and you didn't make it easy on them. So
no, we did not.
All right, Coach.
Yep, thank you guys.
Head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Caden Shepard, here in the Collins Insurance post-game show. A tough way to go out for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Coach Shepard ends his first official season as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays head coach tonight. Tough way to go out. Losing to the South Central Satellites. The Jays will end their season here in the 2025-2026 school year at 8-17 on the year, but boy, that record does not reflect the type of basketball they were playing here mid-February to the end of the year. Actually, mid to late February. They fell to Hebron and Kankakee Valley, and we talked with Coach Shepard about those 2 losses. It really prepared them for a sectional run, avenging their double overtime, beating Culver. They had beat Culver earlier on in the season. Culver took them to double overtime, 64-60, but the Jays started their sectional run just taking it to the Culver Cavs on Wednesday night, 63-36 the win. They finish off their season against the Satellites, falling 47-46. Our Stark County Co-op play of the game, Chris.
Well, I said this off air, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I think even a blind person could pick the play of the game tonight. It's got to be the end. It's got to be the end of overtime with the lob there by Haschel making the great play to Turkovitz, and Turkovitz going up and finishing. I mean, that's a lot of pressure, but got it done, 47-46. So at the end of regulation, as the buzzer sounds, the ball goes through the net, and just the execution on that last play.
Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is up next here in the Collins Insurance postgame show.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Appreciate you, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Okay.
I tell you what, obviously I'm going to name one player, but a game like that, you can almost name both teams. Just every kid that stepped on the floor tonight deserved it, because that was fun to watch. It was fun to be a part of. But I'm going to go, the player of the game's got to be from the winning team. So I'm going Brody Grass, number 25, the 6'8", is he a junior?
Yes.
I believe he's a junior.
Yep.
Yeah, so the 6'8" junior for South Central, 18 points, 6 rebounds, just a dominating performance. He had a chance to win it.
On that 3.
On the end one where we talked about at the end of regulation.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Where I said...
there's a lot of moments.
I know. There were so many moments where the game could have been won by either team on so many different plays. But when we were talking about at the end of regulation, you asked me what I would do. I said I would throw the ball in the grass and try to get to the end one to win it, and they did. He just didn't knock down the free throw, but again, he still ended up with some big rebounds, some big block shots. Just defensively, he's a difference maker, and it's nice. I tell you what, having played this game as long as I have and coached as long as I have, it's nice having that brick wall in the paint that if I can be more aggressive out on the perimeter, because I know if I get beat, I got 6'8"
behind you.
I got 6'8" behind me, going to swat you back into
I'll be up in your face now.
So it's nice having that and knowing that you've got that behind you. But our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game wears number 25, the 6'8" junior for South Central, Brody Grass, 18 points, 6 rebounds.
KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action tomorrow night as we head to the championship round of Sectional 51 to see the South Central Satellites take on the Triton Trojans. We will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us tomorrow morning throughout the tomorrow morning for the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We'll be going live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, right here on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. Final word from you tonight.
Great basketball game. Just one of those, you kind of hope South Central can carry that momentum into tomorrow night, and we'll see. It's going to be a great matchup. Probably on paper, probably the two favorite teams to make it to the championship round, and so it worked out that way. It'll be the first time they played each other all year. So, again,
this is the matchup I honestly have been interested in. I really have.
Yeah, because you wonder how Triton is going to defend grass. North Judson had size and physicality. Triton's got physicality. They just don't have the height.
Right, and that's what Coach Groves was kind of talking about.
You heard Coach Groves talking about them being vertically challenged. So it's going to come down to.
But they're a well-oiled machine.
They are. They're a very well-coached basketball team, and Coach Groves is going to have a game plan. He's a state championship coach, been in the state championship, I don't know, 3 times, I think, and he's won it a couple times. So
been in the big moments.
Yeah, he's been in the big moments, so nothing's going to be too big for him, and nothing's going to be too big for his players. So, again, you're South Central. You're probably the dog tomorrow night. You're the underdog. Come out and just leave it all on the floor. And, hey, let the chips fall where they may.
A Max 98.3 FM team goes up against a WKVI area team tomorrow night.
Look out.
We'll see what happens.
Battle Royale.
Well, our final in this one saw the South Central Satellites beat the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays in overtime, 47-46. Another great one for the Archives. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball. For our sports analyst, Chris McGowan, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5-Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three at a big time moment.